Welcome, good morning. In this video, we're going to discuss about a very important concept, and the concept is demonetization. We all had seen this term, we can say a few years ago in the news, and everyone witnessed this particular process. So for all the students of class 10th and those who are in class 9th and going to come to class 10th in the coming year. So for all these students, we are having this interesting session to understand this concept because this is equally important for your examination. Clear? So let us start understanding what is the meaning of demonetization. Clear? So first of all, see, we're going to understand this term, that is demonetization, clear, through understanding this the very example that I'm going to share with you on the screen. See, first of all, why do governments resort to demonetization? Clear? Why do governments resort to demonetization, or in other words, why do governments demonetize the currencies? Clear? So we have to understand first of all what is the meaning of demonetization. Clear? So in this particular slide, in the first slide, we are going to understand what this term exactly means and why it is done. See over here, like black money. Clear? Like black money is there in the market. Clear? In the economy, black money is there. And just to understand what is the meaning of black money means all that amount of money which is unaccounted for. Clear? When I say unaccounted for, clear? Just have a look over here. Unaccounted money. Clear? So all the money which is unaccounted refers to as black money. It means that the persons who have got the money with themselves, they have not declared to the government or to the proper authorities about that particular amount of money that they are having. Like for example, if there is a person A, clear? Now person A, let's say he is earning rupees 1 lakh a month. Clear? He is earning rupees 1 lakh a month, and he is also disclosing this income to the government. Is that clear? On the other hand, A also has got some other you can say money with him. Like let's say for example, monthly he is getting rupees 5 lakhs. Clear? But this amount of rupees 5 lakhs, A is not disclosing to the government. Clear? A is not saying to the government that I am also earning rupees 5 lakhs apart from the 1 lakh which I am disclosing to you. Clear? So now this 5 lakh is the undisclosed amount, or we can say it is the unaccounted money. Now this rupees 5 lakhs becomes the black money. Clear? So if you are asked what is the meaning of black money, just remember black money is the unaccounted money. Clear? The money which is not you can say which is not shown to the government. Clear? Which is not disclosed to the proper governmental authorities. That is known as black money. Clear? So to check the amount of black money in the country, in the economy, to check the counterfeit currency. Now what is the meaning of counterfeit currency? Counterfeit means duplicate currency. Okay? Now to check the duplicate currency, to check the black money in the market, in the country. Clear? That is why the governments around the world resort to demonetization. Clear? Now what happens in demonetization is, now we have understood the objective behind it. Clear? What are the main reasons behind demonetization is to check the black money, check the counterfeit currency. Why? Because the black money and the counterfeit currencies, these are being used for illegal purposes. Like for example, financing the terrorist activities, in smuggling. Clear? In you can say in human trafficking. So these are all illegal activities. So these kind of black money or counterfeit money is being used for these purposes. Now the government has an objective to stop these things. Clear? So now what the government does, the government declares a certain denomination of currency. Like let's say for example, the government will declare that all the rupees 500 notes that we have in India will be demonetized. It means that all the persons who are having this particular currency with them, it will have no value from a certain date when the government, whatever the government notifies in the particular notice regarding the same. Clear? So it means that what? It means that all the people who are having black money with them, which is in the form of rupees 500 notes, all the people who are having the duplicate currency, the counterfeit currency in the form of rupees 500, it will become useless. They will not be able to do anything with that money. Why? Because the government has demonetized those currencies. Are you getting me? So now what happens? All the people who are possessing these currencies with them, they will have no use. Clear? And if they go and show it to the government that I'm having so much amount of money, please exchange it. Clear? The government will ask them that from where did you get this amount of money? What is your source of income? Disclose your source of income. Why didn't you use the banks to keep your money? So they will have to face so many questions from the government. Clear? So we have understood what is demonetization. Clear? Why do governments resort to demonetization? To check the black money and the counterfeit currency in the market. Clear? Which is used ultimately for all the illegal purposes that we have discussed, like terrorist financing. Clear? Human trafficking, all these things. Clear? So this is the meaning of demonetization. Now we'll try to understand this concept in a more elaborate way. Now in this slide we're going to discuss it in the you can say proper language form, the meaning of demonetization. Now see, as you can see over here, the first point says demonetization means an act of stripping the legal tender status of currency units. Clear? So first point, it means that the legal tender, simply understand that legal tender means we're talking about the currency, you know, the currency is called as a legal tender. Clear? So what demonetization means? It means the act of stripping. Clear? Act of stripping the legal tender status of the currency units. Like for example, if the government will be demonetizing the rupees 500 notes in India, let's say for example, now in this case what will happen? All the 500 notes that we are possessing, clear, it will be stripped of its value. Like for example, after the government demonetizes rupees 500 notes, okay, and let's say for example, if I have got a 500 note with me, if I go to some place to buy some goods or to avail some services of rupees 500, what will they say? They will say that now this rupees 500 note that you are having, it is not worth rupees 500. Why? Because the government has demonetized it. So what will happen? It will just be a mere piece of paper in my hand. It will not have any value. Clear? So over here, what the government is doing? The government is stripping the legal tender status of the unit, of the currency units. Okay. Next is, it happens whenever there is a change of any national currency. Clear? Second point, what it is saying that over here the currency is being changed. Normally what happens whenever the government demonetizes a particular note, clear, a particular denomination note in the country, so it is normally replaced by some other note. Clear? So there is a change in the national currency. Next point, it involves the withdrawal of the current forms or the forms of money from being circulated, usually which is replaced with new notes or coins. This is what we have discussed. Now it involves the withdrawal of the current form. Clear? Let's say for example, if the government is withdrawing rupees 500 note, demonetizing rupees 500 note, so this rupees 500 note is going to be withdrawn. Clear? So it is said over here, it involves the withdrawal of the current form or the forms of money from being circulated, usually which are replaced with new notes or coins, as we have seen about in India as well, which we'll be looking at in the next slide. that rupees 500 note, the earlier Mahatma Gandhi series, was replaced with the new 500 note. Clear? So now we know exactly what is demonetization. So I request all the students that do not forget the meaning of demonetization. It is a very important topic. Clear? Now let's move on to the next slide. Now talking about the demonetization in India, particularly we're talking about the 2016 demonetization. Clear? So let's see over here. Now a very important date, please remember, on the 8th of November 2016. Now this date is very important, that when did demonetization happen in India in 2016? The date is 8th of November. Clear? On this particular date, the government of India announced the demonetization of all rupees 500 and rupees 1000 banknotes of the Mahatma Gandhi series. I hope and believe that most of us, must have experienced this particular phase, clear, where the government of India announced that all the rupees 500 notes and the rupees 100 notes will be demonetized. It means that they will not be having any value after a certain date. Clear? Apart from that, the government also announced the issuance of new rupees 500 and rupees 2000 banknotes in exchange for the demonetized banknotes. Clear? As we have already seen in the previous slides, that whenever the government demonetizes a particular banknote or banknotes for that matter, it is usually replaced by some new notes or coins. Clear? So in this particular case, we can see that rupees 500 and rupees 1000, the earlier currency that we had of the Mahatma Gandhi series, where Mahatma Gandhi's photo was there on the currency. Clear? So those currencies were demonetized, and the government announced that we are going to issue new rupees 500 and new rupees 2000 banknotes. Clear? Rupees 1000 banknotes were not replaced. Clear? Now, very important fact over here. These notes, that is, rupees 500 and rupees 1000 notes. Clear? So these notes accounted for 86% of the country's circulating cash. So you can see over here, like for example, let's say if there is 100 rupees in the market. Clear? Let's not say 100 rupees. I would say, let's say, for example, if there are 100 crores of money in the market, in the entire market of India. Clear? Now, out of these 100 crores, 86 crore, clear? 86 crores was constituted by rupees 500 and rupees 1000 banknotes. Clear? And the rest, 14 crores, constituted the other denominations. So you can see that the majority, the bulk of the circulating cash in India constituted by the rupees 500 and rupees 1000 banknotes. Clear? So this is brief idea about the demonetization which happened in 2016 by the government of India, where rupees 500 and rupees 1000 banknotes were demonetized and the new rupees 500 and rupees 2000 banknotes were introduced. Clear? Now we'll be looking at the history of demonetization in India. Clear? Was 2016 the first time that the government of India demonetized the currencies? Let's have a look over here. The Indian government had demonetized banknotes on 2 prior occasions. That is, meaning that prior to 2016, clear, on 2 occasions, the government of India had demonetized the banknotes. Clear? And when were those? It was first in 1946 and then in 1978 and then recently in 2016. Clear? So if someone will ask you that how many times the government of India has demonetized the banknotes, clear, your answer would be 3 times, on 3 occasions. Clear? And when were they? The first was in 1946 and then in 1978 and the most recent in 2016. Clear? So don't forget this. In India in 2016, it was not the first time that the government demonetized the banknotes. Earlier too, in 1946 and in 1978, the banknotes were demonetized. Now, in both cases, talking about the case of 1946 and 1978, in both these cases, the goal was to combat the tax evasion via the black money held outside the formal economic system. Clear? Which means that all the money which is held by people outside the formal economic system, it means that all the money which is not disclosed to the government, all the money which is not circulating in the formal economic system, meaning that in the banks, in the financial institutions. Clear? So just to combat this, you can say, kind of money which is in the informal economic system, which is not accounted for. Clear? Sometimes we refer this to as the parallel economy. Clear? Please remember this. We refer this to as parallel economy. It means an economy which is running alongside the main economic system of the country. And whenever we have a parallel economy, it is not a good sign, it is a very bad sign. Clear? So always remember, the main purpose of the government is always to combat, to fight the tax evasion. Clear? And that tax evasion is through the black money which is being held outside the formal economic system in the country. Clear? And the next very important point, as we have already also discussed earlier, to combat the problem of the counterfeit currency. Clear? Also to fight the problem of the duplicate currency. Counterfeit means what? Counterfeit means not original, it means duplicate. Clear? So many people are there who are making these counterfeit notes, duplicate notes. So to combat these things as well, demonetization takes place. Clear? Now we'll be looking at the problems which were faced by the people post the demonetization scheme in 2016. Clear? Let's have a look over here. First of all, shortage of cash. Clear? As soon as the government announced that the rupee 500 and rupees 1000 notes would be demonetized, clear, you can say people were in a in a chaos, exactly like how to exchange the notes that they had with them. Clear? Some people had a lot of money with them, again problem for them as well, isn't it? And moreover, the new notes which was to be given by the government, there was a lot of delay in that. Clear? So people didn't have enough liquidity with them. It means that people didn't have enough money with them to meet out their daily expenses. Clear? So there was shortage of cash in the economy. Clear? Apart from that, you can say the most favorite option, or we can say the most reliable and the viable option for people to withdraw money is through the ATMs. We all know that, isn't it? But during that time, what we witnessed was there were long queues at the ATMs, which were, which was very, very chaotic in nature, which was creating a lot of problem for the common man. Clear? So this is another problem which the people faced, after the demonetization in 2016. Next, also there were many ATMs which were running out of cash. Why so? Because there was always a long queue, a long queue of people waiting to withdraw the cash from the ATM machine. Clear? So this was another major problem. Normal life of the people was disrupted. People had to, spend days and days just to withdraw some amount to meet their daily expenses. So normal life was completely disrupted. I'll be showing you a few pictures whereby you can see how the normal life was disrupted. The picture will speak for itself. The agriculture sector was also hit very hard. Why? Because the people in the agriculture sector mainly dealt with cash transactions. So after this demonetization, what happened is they were severely hit. Clear? Apart from that, even the transport sector was very badly hit by this demonetization. Look at this picture which is there on your screen. You can see the ATM is there. Excuse me. As we can see over here, it shows the State Bank of India ATM, and you can see the crowd outside the ATM. I mean, this was the first time that we all witnessed this kind of a scene in 2016 post the demonetization by the government of India. Now you can imagine, to withdraw few thousand rupees for your daily expenses, you'll have to wait for, the entire day or maybe a couple of days just to withdraw that amount. So we can see over here the normal life was completely disrupted. Clear? And again, next picture which is there on your screen over here, this is again a picture post 2016 demonetization. You can again see the transport sector being hit very hard. Clear? Because money played, the cash transactions played a very important role in their day-to-day transactions, and because of this demonetization, the people of India were severely affected by this move of the government. Clear? Now this is another very shocking, you can say, picture on your screen. All of you can see over here that this is inside some particular bank. Clear? And look at the number of people inside the bank waiting for the exchange of the currencies. Clear? So a lot of people were affected by this scheme. Many people also say that even if the government wanted to demonetize the currencies, clear, it could have planned in a proper manner. Why? So that we shouldn't witness these kind of things after the demonetization. So many people say that the demonetization scheme of the government of India in 2016 was poorly planned. It was not planned poorly because people continued for several months after the demonetization scheme of the government of India in 2016. Clear? So these are the major problems which the people faced after the demonetization in 2016. Now coming to the next question, was the government successful in its move? The main object of the government was what? Was to curb the black money, was to combat the black money in the market, was to combat the counterfeit currencies in the market. Clear? But was the government successful? Let's answer this. See, before the demonetization, the government had estimated that approximately 20% of the demonetized banknotes would be permanently removed from circulation. Now see, what does this point say? This point says that the government had estimated, based on the calculations, clear, that approximately 20% of the demonetized banknotes, meaning that all the banknotes of rupees 500 and rupees 1000 which would be demonetized, clear. So 20% of the you can say the demonetized banknotes, that is 20% of the banknotes in the form of rupees 500 and rupees 1000 would be permanently removed from circulation, because the government thought that, the government estimated that 20% is you can say black money, or you can say it also constituted some counterfeit notes in that. So this is what the government had estimated, what the government had thought. Clear? But the results were quite different. According to a 2018 report from the RBI, clear? So we all have to trust the report of the RBI, clear? So 2018 report from the Reserve Bank of India. Now what did this report say? This report mentioned that 99.3% of the demonetized banknotes. So we can see over here 99.3% of the demonetized banknotes, or if you look at the figures, or rupees 15.30 lakh crore of the 15.41 lakh crore that had been demonetized were deposited with the banking system. Now see, dear students, now this particular report of the RBI is speaking volumes, is telling us a lot of things. Now in the first point, what we have seen that the government had estimated and predicted something else. They had predicted that 20% of the demonetized banknotes would be permanently removed from the circulation. However, as per the RBI report that was you can say published in 2018, which mentioned that maximum amount of the demonetized banknotes, which is 99.3%. 99.3% of the demonetized banknotes were deposited with the banking system, meaning that only 0.7%, in other words, only 0.7% of the demonetized banknotes were not deposited with the banking system. Clear? So see over here, what we can see over here, that government had estimated 20% would be out of circulation. In reality, only 0.7% was removed from circulation. So that was very far away from what the government had predicted, what the government had estimated. Clear? The banknotes that were not deposited were worth rupees 10,720 crores, and this amount constituted 0.7% of the banknotes. So was it successful or was it not successful? Again, it's a question of debate, right? However, as per the RBI report, we can clearly see that 99.3% of the demonetized banknotes were deposited with the banking system. So we can say that, a lot of weight can be given to the point that the government's intention or the government's objective was not fully met. Clear? Let's move on. Next is, commentators concluded that the government failed in its aim of eradicating the black money from the economy. Now, this is what the commentators or the people who criticize government, what they have mentioned, that the government failed in its aim to eradicate the black money from the economy because, through whatever channels may be, those amount of money were deposited with the banks. So black money turned into white money. Clear? Now, countries that have tried demonetization in the past, we can see over here a host of countries along with the year is mentioned on this particular slide. The United States in 1873 was probably the first country to demonetize the banknotes. Again, US did it in 1969. Clear? And then we have Ghana, then Nigeria, Myanmar, Soviet Union 1991, Zaire, Australia, the EU, that is the European Union, in 2002, North Korea in 2010, Zimbabwe in 2015, and Venezuela in December 2016. Clear? Like, as we can see that India had demonetized the banknotes in November 2016. Now Venezuela did that in December 2016. So very close, the time was very close. So this is the brief, you can say, idea about, the global idea that which countries have tried demonetization in the past. Clear? So that's all in this video. I hope all of you who are watching this video, you have understood the concept of demonetization. Clear? Or you can say what it means. Why does the government demonetize the currency notes? Clear? So I want all of you to understand this concept, because it is very important for the examination. And if any one of you is having any kind of a query, you can write to us on this particular email ID, that is cbseminds@gmail.com. Clear? Don't forget to write down your your name, complete name, and whatever is your query. Clear? So that's all. I'll be meeting you in the next video with some new and interesting topics. So till then, take care. Goodbye.